Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we're talking this product, hyaluronic acid. Probably one of the most popular and talked about skincare ingredients you'll find in your routine. However, whilst a lot of people think this is just one of those benign products you can use however you want, there's actually a correct and an incorrect way to use hyaluronic acid. In this video, I want to talk you through the benefits of including it in your skincare routine, but more importantly, how to use hyaluronic acid correctly. The hints, tips, and hacks you know to maximize the benefits that you'll get from the ingredient, while at the same time minimizing the side effects. I want you to sit back, relax, and let's talk all things hyaluronic acid. Now, I really want this video to be short, sharp, and to the point, because honestly, this is a super simple ingredient when it comes to your skincare routine, but you do have to be mindful to use it correctly. That's why I want to just jump straight on into it, cut that waffle, and start talking hyaluronic acid. It's a humectant, which means when you apply it to the skin, it'll actually attract and retain water within itself. This is fantastic because it'll plump out the skin and can add a meaningful level of hydration. Water is lost from the skin throughout the day through a process called transepidermal water loss, and hyaluronic acid can actually be a core component in your skincare routine to prevent and minimize that. This is fantastic both if you have very dry or combination dry skin, but even people like myself who have super oily and acne prone skin can certainly benefit from the plumping effects of hyaluronic acid. It'll help to minimize the depth of any fine lines and wrinkles that we have. It can give our skin a juicy, almost like a luminous glow to it, meaning it's fantastic for both anti-aging and glow enhancing benefits in your skincare routine. It almost sounds too good to be true, and honestly it can be, and that's why it's super important that you use hyaluronic acid correctly. In this video, I'm not going to talk about my favorite hyaluronic acid serums because I've actually already covered that in a recent video, which I'm going to leave a link to up there. Instead, I want to dedicate the time to showing you guys how you can get the most out of whichever hyaluronic acid serum you use and how to avoid some of the pitfalls. So should we just jump straight on into these? Well, first and foremost, always be mindful of the amount of hyaluronic acid in your skincare routine. Unlike a lot of active ingredients, it's actually found in just about every step of our skincare routine, and this can become a little bit problematic. If you use hyaluronic acid on hyaluronic acid on hyaluronic acid layered within your routine, it can lead to sensitivity, redness, and irritation. This is definitely something to be mindful of because you often don't need a standalone hyaluronic acid serum. The one that I'm waving about frantically here is this. This is the Vichy Mineral 89, one of the most popular and hyped products in the hyaluronic acid market. This is quite a high concentration of hyaluronic acid itself, and I say that while some people can get great benefits from it, I would always say check the amount of hyaluronic acid you're actually using in your skincare routine. If you have it in every single step from your cleanser through to your moisturizer, you probably don't need a standalone hyaluronic acid step, which means you can save some money, minimize the total amount of products in your skincare routine, and avoid any excess irritation or redness that using too much can trigger. The second tip I want to share is if you do decide you need a separate standalone hyaluronic acid in your routine and you love the benefits you get from it, avoid going too complex and avoid too many different molecular weights. This sounds super scientific, but honestly it's not. Often the basic hyaluronic acid serums are the best for you, and the reason for that is they use a single molecular weight. Hyaluronic acid comes in different molecule sizes, weights, and often the more expensive, bougie, and luxury hyaluronic acid serums will use multi-molecular weights as part of their formulation. This can be a little bit problematic as the smaller molecular weights tend to go deeper into the skin and can trigger more irritation and sensitivity. This is why, in truth, I prefer to go for a larger molecular weight of hyaluronic acid, which will deliver all that plumping, hydrating benefit, but is less likely to irritate you. Go for something that's super simple and inexpensive, because that's probably been formulated with one larger size molecular weight of hyaluronic acid, give you all the great benefits, won't break the bank, and you'll find you get less redness and irritation as a result of using it. The third tip I want to share is probably one of the most important ones, and that is always apply hyaluronic acid to damp skin. Now, the reason I say this is because hyaluronic acid is that humectant that I referenced earlier. That means it draws in and retains water and moisture within itself. Usually it'll get this moisture from the atmosphere around us. However, if we live in a very arid, a very dry environment, then often it can actually take that water from the deeper levels of our skin, which can exacerbate dryness and dehydration. You need to apply it onto damp skin so it already has a water source, a hydration source that it can lock onto and absorb. This means it'll have all that gorgeous plumping and hydrating impact on the skin, but it's not taking that hydration from the deeper levels of the skin, even if you're in an arid climate. One of my favourite things to do is use this. This is the Geek and Gorgeous Liquid Hydration, but you can use any hydrating toner. I'll put a couple of drops of that on the skin, work it in until it's damp on the skin, and then I'll use my hyaluronic acid serum. By doing this, you'll see the hyaluronic acid will actually glide onto the skin better. It'll sink in more effectively, but it'll lock into all of that hydration that's already sitting on the skin and retain it all day long, give you maximum hydration, maximum plumping, but minimum risk of dehydrating the skin. My fourth tip and hack comes after you've already applied your hyaluronic acid serum or hyaluronic acid containing skincare product. And that's to make sure you top it off with a really nice moisturizer or SPF. The reason I say to do this is because whilst you've already minimized the risk of the hyaluronic acid absorbing water and hydration from the deeper levels of the skin by applying it onto that damp skin first, just to really seal everything in and make sure that does not happen, you want to apply a really nice moisturizer over the top to lock it all in. I usually use this, which is the Stratia Liquid Gold. Again, while that hyaluronic acid is still a little bit damp on the skin, just put that over the top. Again, it'll add an additional hydration source for that hyaluronic acid to lock into and just seal everything off perfectly. This will eliminate the risk of the hyaluronic acid actually dehydrating the skin further, and you'll get maximum benefits from it. Now, my final hint, tip and hack that I want to share with you is to listen to your skin and work out how that hyaluronic acid is working. Because it's such a simplistic, easily affordable skincare product, a lot of people think it's benign, it won't have any impacts on the skin. In truth, different people will react differently to hyaluronic acid in their skincare routine. I find that I'm particularly intolerant to lower molecular weights of hyaluronic acid, and they can increase the rate of sensitivity and irritation in my skin. You might be exactly the same, so once you've used your hyaluronic acid serum, whichever one you choose, a couple of times, assess how it's working on the skin. Are you getting the results that you want from it? Is it leading to any increases in dryness, sensitivity, redness and irritation? If it is, then absolutely it's fine to stop that, either switch to another product or eliminate hyaluronic acid altogether. There are other humectants on the market such as glycerin, such as lactic acid, that can give all the great same benefits but often come with fewer side effects and risk of irritation. It's all about working out what works well for your skin and your individual skin type, and hyaluronic acid is just one of the few humectants on the market that you can reach for. There are other ones available, and never be afraid to mix it up. So there you have it, guys, my short, sharp and to the point rundown of how to use hyaluronic acid correctly. There are, as always in skincare, right and wrong ways to do these things, and hopefully this has just given you a little bit of education, a little bit of food for thought for when you next reach for your hyaluronic acid serum. These hints, tips and hacks go no matter whether you're using a standalone serum or you're using hyaluronic acid as part of a skincare routine in other products. The same philosophies and hacks apply, and hopefully this will just help you to maximize the benefits you get from the ingredient whilst offsetting and minimizing some of the potential side effects. I would love to know what your experience with hyaluronic acid has been, so sound off in the comments section below. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well and love your skin. Take care. Bye.